Welcome back. I'm Uday Pratap Singh. You're joining us on NewsX. With just 2 days to the final phase of Bihar polls on the 11th of November, campaigning has ended on a raging note. Union Home Minister Amit Shah has accused the India bloc of building a corridor for infiltrators while promising an industrial corridor and a new ordnance factory under PM Modi. He slammed Tejasvi Yadav's Voter Adhikar Yatra as a shield for infiltrators, not the poor. Rahul Gandhi hit back, alleging Modi, Shah and the CEC are stealing votes and urged Bihar's Gen Z to stay vigilant. Tejasvi Yadav claimed a wave of change, predicting Mahagathbandhan will cross 75 seats from phase 1 alone. Security is tight. Nepal border sealed for 72 hours, stricter checks than phase 1. An election official was suspended after VVPAT slips were found scattered in Samastipur. 95 seats go to polls on the 11th of November. Results are awaited on the 14th of November. Let's join now Shekhar Vijayan on the broadcast. He is predicting for the BJP a robust 75 seats, 48 seats for the JDU. He says LGP will surge to 10, the HAM will be on 5, the RLM 4. For the Mahagathbandhan, his prediction is RJD at 55, INC at 12, CPI at 4 and JSP at a notable 10 in its debut, hinting at a fragmented opposition but an NDA dominance. Shekhar, what has led you to make this prediction?
Uday, thank you for having me over. See, Uday, we have seen there's been such a lot of frenzy around the Bihar elections. And come elections, we've noticed how the BJP gets into action mode in terms of rallies, and the Modi factor also plays such an important role. But this time the Bihar elections is very different. We have quite a few, interested parties here. We've got the JSP also coming in. We've got the Mahagathbandhan and the NDA. This is going to be a very, very interesting elections. And looking at how it's been so far, I think, the reason why I've spoken about, Bharatiya Janata Party getting 75 seats or IMC getting 12 seats or Janata Dal United getting 48 seats, I think it all goes down to brass tacks in terms of optics, in terms of issues which are there, in terms of development, in terms of, I think, the Modi factor. And the fact that Nitish Kumar is also a lot like our former Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee. He tends to underplay it a lot, but, I think under Nitish Kumar's rule, BJP has done very well Bihar has done very well in terms of governance. So that's the reason why I've given this breakup. It will be a very, very close contest, no doubt. If you talk in purely numbers, we're talking about 140 seats for NDA, 85 seats for the Mahagathbandhan, and the others, which is 18 seats. It's going to be very close. The numbers speak for itself. The fact that we had around 66% people polling in, also coming in to vote, shows a remarkable difference. Bihar is very different from the rest of India in terms of the people who want to come in and show the electoral power and the voting power. So this time, I think election is going to be very different. For BJP, it's going to be very important because this elections is like a showstopper for them. They're putting in all the might, all their muscle. They're putting in all the election values in place to ensure the win. But I believe this is going to be a very close elections, and the numbers speak for itself.
Yes. Also, Shekhar, you believe, of course, that it's going to be close, but it is going to be the NDA that has the edge. They will form government, is your prediction with these numbers. What leads you to believe that there is no anti-incumbency and that once again people will have faith in the NDA, although you have given BJP significantly more seats than JDU?
Absolutely. See, Uday, one thing you noticed over the past few years, come elections, in different parts of India, we've seen the Maharashtra elections, we've seen elections happen in different states. BJP really gets their act. They are like a rolling stone, in terms of just going in and getting the votes, going in and making sure they win. So election rallies happen, and I think here in this case, in the case of Bihar, Nitish Kumar has been influenced by Modi here. So the Modi factor is going to play a very important role. More than Modi, I think it's the fact that if BJP comes back, if Nitish Kumar comes back to power again, it's like a double engine ki sarkar. So one is that. The second thing is the days of the jungle raj is over. The days of Bihar being on a jungle raj is over. We are talking about governance. We're talking about development. We're talking about employment. We're talking about a more intelligent workforce who wants to go out and vote. And I think one telling indicator of this, Uday, was the voting percentage, which was 66%. I know for a fact that in entire India, when you talk about Bangalore, Kerala or different states, we haven't had such a big percentage on the first day, which just goes to show that people want to go out and vote and make a difference. So I believe, the numbers as we talk.
But that increase in voter turnout, who will it help?
Absolutely, it will. It will. I think the numbers will speak for itself. And I
No,
feel,
no, that
that's going to
increase
make
in
a big
voter
difference.
turnout, will it help the incumbent government or will it help the opposition?
The increase in the voter turnout will help the incumbent government, will
Okay.
help the present government
Okay, but
right now.
interestingly, you've also given the Jan Swaraj party 10 seats.
Yes.
So you believe they're
Yes.
going to make a double-digit debut?
Absolutely, and I think I have a soft corner for Prashant Kishore and his team because they represent what all of us believe in, and I feel they need to be given a chance, and they will be also a big difference in his elections, the third front per se, in terms of how they come in terms of the canvassing they've been doing, and in terms of how they've been presenting the thoughts. They've all been talking about development more than the past or future. So I think the JSP party is a little different from other parties in terms of how it's being led, in terms of how they've chosen the candidates, and in terms of what they're working with. So I believe they'll make a good entry this year in terms of elections, and Bihar is a good turning point for them.
All right. Appreciate you joining us, Shekhar Vijayan, with your perspective on that big story.